thanks for joining us. Before you get to the chaotic news meeting, my first question to you is, you were the CEO of Microsoft. You're also the author of Hit Refresh, the quest to rediscover Microsoft's soul and to imagine a better future for all of us. So my question to you, sir, is not long ago, all the big tech giants were very differentiated. Microsoft with enterprise, Google with cloud, and Apple with devices. But now, in the age of the mobile of cloud, everybody's essentially trying to do the same thing. So from your point of view, where you sit, how will you differentiate Microsoft, and how will you rediscover Microsoft's soul, in other words?
For me, I actually think we're all very, very different. In fact, one of the things that I have come to realize, perhaps even more so having written this book, is the sense of purpose and identity and the business models of the companies are all intertwined and make them, in fact, very different. If you look at it, at Microsoft, it's, in fact, you go all the way back to the very first product that Paul and Bill created, which was the basic interpreter for the Altair. A lot has happened since 1975, but the thing that we do still is we create technology so that others can create more technology. We don't celebrate, in some sense, our technology for technology's sake. We're a tool maker, platform creator. Whether it's Word, we want you to be able to author that amazing article for your newspaper. If it's our tools, we want you to be able to write the application that's going to change the world. Even if it's a game like Minecraft, we want a girl who's going to school to be introduced to STEM education because of the open world nature of Minecraft. That's who we are at our core. And our business model is in fact dependent on others succeeding in creating something of value, as opposed to some two-sided market and getting in the middle of it. So I actually think that we are very, very different as companies. And customers find value in all different identities, but we may have some similar capability, but we're different.
And my second question to you is that, as someone of Indian origin sitting in Silicon Valley where you sit, how do you look at digital India and the big digital transformation happening in the Indian economy right now, and the role of Microsoft within that?
One of the things I'm very eager to see is how does this fourth industrial revolution play out in terms of creating economic surplus in countries that perhaps didn't benefit as much in the second industrial revolution, at least. And I think India is a great case in point. The question is, you now have a new factor of production in digital or software, which is most malleable. It can impact health, it can impact education, it can impact manufacturing. Pretty much every walk of life of Indian society and every part of Indian economy can be more productive. You can drive, through policy and otherwise, more equitable growth in this country. But what is perhaps most important, though, is the intensity of usage of new technology. As a course of writing this book, one thing that I realized, I in fact went back and studied how during the first industrial revolution, the different European powers, their fortunes were different depending on how good they were at one thing, which is, of course, everyone needed to get the latest factor of production, because without it, you can't even begin the revolution, so to speak. But it is the intensity with which they used it in the depth and breadth of the economy is what differentiated it. So I think India's digital future will have to be measured not by just conspicuous consumption of some media, but it has to be measured by its usage. Just having a smartphone doesn't do you much good. If it is being used for a lot of things that are going to be core to the economy and society, then it can make a huge difference. And that's at least when I think about our job, whether it's in agriculture, whether it's in health, whether it's in manufacturing, whether it's in financial services, we're mostly focused on how can we empower Indian companies, small, medium, large, public sector, become more efficient with this technology.
Thank you so much, Satya.